Hey Royal Peeps, it's your girl Courtney and I'm back again with another natural hair install. Come join me. Okay, today, so I'm showing you lovely ladies how I created this beautiful crochet tapered haircut on my beautiful client. So she signed up on my site for one of my services, which is called Model Sundays. And so this is her, this is Miss Morgan. She's so super sweet. I loved her. So Model Sundays is basically where I, as the stylist, get to choose the style for you. And basically, you basically just get to be my model. So anyway, we had a lot of inspo pics, but this is the one that we settled on and I think it's so cute. So Model Sundays, when you sign up with me, you get a little goodie bag and that's it right there. I'm just showing you what comes in it. You get a little sleeper thing for your eyes. I never knew the name what it's called, but that's her swag bag that she gets as well. She also got a silk what is it, pillowcase? I can't find my words, I'm sorry y'all. A silk pillowcase, and she also got too her Royal Court merchandise shirt, and that's coming soon. Check that out. And then also too, she got the Royal Court bonnet. So this is Miss Morgan just literally like checking out the stuff that she got, and she's like, "Ooh, yeah, it's so pretty." And I was so excited. She's one of the first people who gets to actually try some of the merch that's going to be coming soon. So yeah, I should have some more information on that coming out soon. So anyway, it is time to start the service. Okay, so first what we're doing, we're taking out her old style. This is the style that we put in maybe about 5 weeks ago. And so as you see, it still looks really good. And so I'm just about to go through and actually take it out. Those are my tools or weapons, if you would call. And basically I'm just using a comb and a detangler, and also to the solution that I was using was the Design Essentials HCO. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm taking out each of her individual braids. Of course I cut them, but I also knew where her hair was prior to this, so I made sure I cut well past her hair. So anyway, I'm taking out each of the braids, and after I take out each and every single one of them, I take my wide tooth comb and I basically break up any of the shedded hair or the the dead hair that was caught up at the root, and take my time and work my way from the ends and work my way back up. And then I just comb out the dead hair and basically use the detangling brush to get out any of the rest of the hair that I couldn't get out with the brush. I like to use the comb first because again, it breaks it down without pulling the hair out. We want to make sure that we are being gentle to our hair even when we're taking out our protective styles. And so that's me just using some detangler and just literally getting through there, kind of making sure I get everything and twisting it down, and getting ready to shampoo. So that was all the hair that we had. And now we're to the good stuff. This is one of my favorite parts and my client's favorite part. This is the shampoo process. Now this was really hard to record because I'm so not used to having the camera right there, and so it kind of got in the way of me really getting in there. So I'm only going to show just a little bit of me shampooing because honey, I'm old school. I get into that scalp. I make sure that it's thoroughly clean, and we always do 3 shampoos, and then afterwards we definitely went in underneath the steamer for a deep conditioning treatment. So you'll see that in just a second. So there's my lovely client chilling underneath the steamer, and we're basically prepping her hair for her next style. Okay, so now she is all rinsed out. She is completely cleaned. As you see, this is what her hair looks like. And I'm going back in with that HCO leave-in conditioner. And I also went in with the Design Essentials regular leave-in conditioner as well. I like to use a combination of both of those just because of how it feels on the hair. I don't want the hair to be completely weighed down, but I still want it to be moisturized. And so I feel like those combination of those products really do that. So anyway, I'm going in like I normally do with my sections. I always start with Bantu knots. This helps, again, the drying process be so much easier. So now I'm going in with our braid pattern, and as you see, after looking at the inspo pictures, I really studied to see what would be the best way to give her the most flat install, but also to give her that beautiful kind of that, they give her that flawless tapered cut. So the only difference that we're doing between the pictures that we looked at and ours is basically she just wanted to add it more of a defined part, which I agree. I think that gives the style just a little bit more pizzazz. So all I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm creating her base of braids, and how basically the braid pattern that I'm choosing is gonna help how I want the tapered cut to basically flow. And I know that's a whole mouthful, but I'll show you what I mean in just a little bit. So I did 3 braids starting at the top of her head on each side, and then I kind of crisscrossed them in the middle. And this is me going in actually right now and oiling it. And this is what a braid pattern looked like. But yeah, as you see, I did 3 on the side, and then I did kind of a loop in the back and then a loop at the top. And again, this is going to allow for me to really fill in the hair that I want to. So the hair that we're using is by Crochet. We have 3 different lengths that we're using, and 2 different curls. The first 2 are Tony curls, and the last curl is I don't even know what that says. Oh, carry curl. There we go. And so these are each of the ones, how it looks once we took it out the packages, and I make sure to keep it separate. So the smaller one, the carry curl, I think that was the 10-inch. That was the one that we used in the very back of her hair, in the loop. And then I took the Tony curl that was in 10-inch, and I put it all on her sides. And it basically stacked that in there really good. And as I was putting in the crochet, I also made sure to separate as well. And then the top portion was the Tony curl, and that was the 20-inch, and you can see better at more of this angle. So again, I went in with the carry curl, the little 10-inch, the really tight curl that was on the first maybe about 3 or 4 rows. That's because, again, where her tapered cut is going to be the tightest to her head. And then we went in with the Tony curl, the 10-inch, all throughout the middle and the sides. And then at the top, I used the Tony curl, which was the 20-inch. Just so, again, when I'm getting ready to cut, the lengths correspond with it. So now this is just me going in front of the mirror and literally creating her taper cut on her. This was my first time actually trying a tapered cut on a crochet, and to be honest, it was some work, but it was so fun to do. I actually really enjoy cutting hair, but I don't often get a chance to actually like do these tapered cuts, so it was pretty cool to do it on her, and we had a blast. And the more that I just took my time, that's how it came out, and she loved it. I loved it. It turned out so great. It was so much fun. And she gets to keep this style for about 3 or 4 weeks, and look at her looking gorgeous with crochet. Okay, you can't tell her nothing. So anyway, this is how it turned out. Tell me what you guys think, and if you like this also too, don't forget to sign up. The next session for Model Sundays is coming up. Thanks, you guys.